Right, sound checking like we always do, for we must make sure that everyone can hear me well. Wouldn't want anyone to miss out. So once we're finally there, we shall be able to finally be there. So let's just make sure that I can hear myself. All right, sound check 847Q2A13AB. And I tried to do that. What is it? A131 or something? That's the whole Disney thing. Since Star Wars is Disney, for better or for worse at this point, but the sound check is good, so welcome one, welcome all. My name is Nicholas Kahn, and welcome back to the stream. Today, we're hopping back on our lovely smuggler, and we are on the hunt for treasure. Now, today is not Saturday. Let's just address the bantha in the room and talk about the fact that my schedule is very much hectic and crazy and in flux right now, but I want to make sure that I stream for you guys, 3 days a week at a minimum. So, what we're going to do with the Swtor stream is not have a set day for it for the moment. That is only temporary. And I am hoping to make a permanent day for it literally as soon as possible. Like literally as soon as possible. But until we get there, we're going to plan it week by week. Next week, it may be the same late night Sunday. It may be another day. But we're gonna play Swtor by ear. The other two are pretty much static unless something crazy happens. Yeah, Arc and My Hero pretty much set to stay. The other ones we will have to, well, yeah, just this one we'll have to play by ear. But just to get that out of the way, let's get back to our cast members. No Water today. He is absent for this episode, which is fine because we always love our series regular way more anyway, which is Diet Soda. Today it is Diet Mountain Dew. I want to be sponsored by a soda company because I love diet soda that much. Just diet, not regular. And while some people say it does not taste that good, well, it tastes good enough, and I'd rather have 0 calories. But that's just Nicholas Khan. Gotta be strong to be able to play games. Gotta have those strong fingers. So we are in chapter 1 of the story, The Fatal Fortune. I will probably not be able to read all of this before it loads. But basically, the malicious mullet Skavik is still on the hunt for this treasure. We got our ship back. We didn't get Skavik. He didn't get his yet, but he will. And right now we're working with Risha, who betrayed him, and there's a big treasure that we're after. So, hopes sedazily, we will be able to do all that good stuff. As in, get the treasure, save the day, hero stuff. Are we a hero? We're a smuggler. But as Khan Clan knows, we are working for a secret organization that's basically the Men in Black, Doom Patrol, Black Ops group in the galaxy that nobody knows about except for its members and a couple of individuals that know of them and a couple of individuals that actually know them because there's a big difference. But they keep the galaxy safe from threats to the galaxy, um, external and internal, and threats to the Force. So let's read this. But that's all we got to make as much money as we can to help our organization so they can continue to fund keeping the galaxy safe because, credits don't just come out of nowhere. And no matter, how strong you are in the Force or how skilled you are, doesn't necessarily mean you can travel the galaxy without fuel and credits and buy meals and stuff. But anyway, Private Sakal, non human relations. A little while ago, you helped us out with a dispute regarding property rights, something going back a few centuries to when human and non human relations on Terrace were ugly, to put it mildly. I want to let you know what's happened since. Word spread that you favored the non humans, and angry messages poured in from across the Republic. But we also had a reporter the other day, and people are starting to discuss it in the street. Not pushing and shoving discussions, but real actual talks. I'm just a grunt. I don't have a clue if this will end with an official government apology and offers of restitution or if it'll just fade away. But it's in the open now, and that has to be a good thing. I didn't favor the non-humans. I said you guys need to compromise. I didn't tell the other people you need to leave. I said you guys need to work together. So both of you guys have just as much right to that land, because all that stuff is ancient history and we're. Focused on the now. Both of your ancestors lived there. It seems like you guys both have a need, so work together. It's weird that they took it as favoring the non-humans when I was not really favoring anyone. But it do be that way sometimes, so such is life. But that is interesting, right? There's deeper themes and undercurrents and tones here. I gotta see where all these things are because it might be. We still gotta pick up that one. Yeah, we didn't do that last time. Right. Let's see what's on the cartel market. Uh, don't know if I want like medieval with wings look. It's a little odd. That's a cool jetpack. It seems girthy though. Popular. A fractured lightsaber? I just don't know if that would be useful. Still a lot of sales on this stuff. What I really want, so bad, is these. And I want them to go on sale or just buy them with credits and then add them to my collection with cartel coins so that I can give a copy to all my characters without spending every single cartel coin I have. I want the lightning weapon tuning because it's the color of the lightning is the color of your color crystal. So that's awesome. All right. We'll play for I don't know, maybe about an hour and a half, maybe longer. We'll see how it goes. Oh, hi, Caden meme. No, this isn't Minecraft or Fortnite or Roblox or Lego Indiana Jones. It's Star Wars The Old Republic, a Star Wars MMO where you can pick one of 8 classes, and most MMOs are kind of a grind up to the top, and it's still a bit grindy, but the leveling up process is actually fully story based, and all the 8 different classes have a completely different story, um, fully voiced over, and you can make choices during conversations that actually matter because that is kind of BioWare's thing. BioWare made this game. And then, of course, as with any MMO, the best stuff is after you reach max level. That's where all the cool story stuff is, all the cool raids, as it would be called if you come from other MMOs. They're called operations here. But, yep, we are playing as a smuggler. No lightsabers here. Not that we're opposed. I love lightsaber characters, but we're changing it up. You're the captain, yeah? I'm Sergeant Kluwer. Risha says hello. I hear you two are in business together. I'm going to square you with Republic Customs. Agent Saganti is watching your every move, but I can fix that.
I'm not afraid of anybody.
Don't underestimate Agent Soganti. The man never sleeps more than 3 hours a day. That's not possible. We should express some concern you might not be able to leave Terrace with what you came here for. Not unless Republic Customs lays off. I can give you temporary diplomatic immunity. Republic Customs won't be allowed to search you or your starship. Well, that's the catch. See, she was raised in this organization, so she's very skilled but she's also very weary, right? Because she's lived in a secret society her whole life. So it's kind of like she's I don't know, she's still kind of new at this, so she's still a little naive, but she's also like, I don't want to say paranoid. She's cautious, and she's kind of one of those, you know, tough and gruff but with a heart of gold type of people.
What's my role in all this?
I'm looking for professional help dealing with some nasty scavengers. They're making a lot of trouble for our supply lines. I need you to convince the scavengers to relocate. When that's done, you'll be off Republic Customs radar. It's a deal, yeah? Eh.
I'm a little rushed right now. Maybe later?
Funny thing, I've lost track of Barrowthorn supplies. I'll probably find them by the time you handle this favor for me. Yeah, sometimes you make choices. Oh, the scavengers have been coming from these coordinates. They probably have a camp there. Make life extra unpleasant for them. When you get back, I'll have diplomatic credentials and supplies you came for ready to go. Have fun out there, yeah? See, the thing is that, like, sometimes you pick choices that don't actually fit with your character because sometimes what the wording is and what they actually say are so completely different, which is a bit odd. But, we make it work to the best of our ability. Oh, what are the 8 classes? Caden meme. So on Republic side, there is Smuggler, Trooper, Jedi Consular, which is more force based, and Jedi Knight, which is just a Jedi Knight, kind of the hero of the entire story type thing. The basic protagonist story. And then on the Empire side, there is Imperial Agent, Bounty Hunter, Sith Inquisitor, which is the more force based one, and Sith Warrior, which is, a Sith Warrior. And there are mirror classes. So the Warrior mirrors the Knight, the Agent mirrors the Smuggler, the Bounty Hunter mirrors the Trooper, and the Consular mirrors the Inquisitor. Is there a way? I want to check the speeder because we might be able to get there faster. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if it works. Hopefully, we don't go too far. Hopefully, this wasn't a waste of time. But it'll be nice to be able to quick travel there if nothing else. But yeah, this game is really, really fun. For a lot of MMOs, getting to max level is just a grind that you want to do as fast as possible so then you can actually do the really fun stuff. And that's true of this MMO too, except for the fact that the grind up is filled with literally an entire story dedicated just to your class. So it makes the level up process a lot more fun. Now I have legendary status, which means I've beaten all these storylines before, but it's fun to play them again, especially when you're like role playing with your characters, like what we're doing. Slowly but surely, steadily, steadily, steadily. All right, there we are. Oh yeah, we're actually a lot closer. Jump on our Varactyl. Obi-Wan Kenobi would be proud. Does he have a middle name? What if like Ben was his middle name and that's why he went by Ben? I'm sure that lore is out there somewhere. I just don't know what it is. I do really like Obi-Wan. He's not. Is he my favorite Jedi? It's debatable. It's very, very debatable. Oh, no, wait. Hold up. I know who my favorite Jedi is. What am I even talking about? It's Ahsoka. But, well, okay. Considering the version of Ahsoka I like is the one that you wouldn't necessarily call a Jedi. Uh, if we're talking about traditional Jedi, Obi-Wan, with probably Mace Windu as a close second. If we're talking about like force using characters that are aligned with good, which is actually a whole different thing, um, that would definitely be Ahsoka. It also, if we're talking about like people that have like a big presence in new canon, there are a lot of characters that are still canon that have more stuff in Legends and everything. I also really like Starkiller, but he's not canon anymore, which is very sad. I do still like Legends stuff though, but the sequel trilogy and everything, those things have been talked to death, man. Like, but I think we can all agree on one thing is that, like, whether you like the sequels or not, it was not the smartest move for Disney to do what they did with the sequels in the way they handled them. It just wasn't the smartest move. Like, I think we can all agree that they played that situation super dumb. You don't divide a fan base on purpose. I have a lot of feelings about the sequel trilogy, the sequel era, and the decisions that Lucasfilm under Disney made. It's not Disney's fault, right? Marvel stuff is amazing because what Disney does when they buy a property is just like let them do what they're gonna do and be what they're gonna be, right? And that worked fine for Marvel because I already knew what they were doing. But when Disney bought Star Wars, I mean, George left, so they were without leadership. That would have been like if after Iron Man, like they bought Marvel, but they hired somebody else to take over instead of Kevin Feige. Can you imagine where the MCU would be today? It wouldn't be, probably. Right? So, just not smart decisions all around, business wise, entertainment wise, and all that stuff. As to my actual feelings on the sequel trilogy, that is a topic for another day when it is not almost 10 o'clock at night. We'll need more energy to tackle that one, is all I'm saying. My feelings are too strong to talk about it now. Besides, let's just have fun. Let's not divide Khan Clan quite yet. No civil wars here. Unless we play Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 because that was about Civil War. But probably won't. I have them on PlayStation when they re-released them. And then they made Ultimate Alliance 3, but you could only play it on Switch. Which was kind of like it's very much a Switch game. Like the way it's designed and everything, it very much feels like a Nintendo version of like a superhero property. To be completely fair, it really fits the Switch well, but it's just kind of odd that it was exclusive for the Switch. Like I still feel like there should be another Ultimate Alliance game like for consoles. That's a bit more serious than Ultimate Alliance 3, like what the Ultimate Alliance games actually were, like in graphical tone, art style, and like tone of the stories, right? I mean, serious. There's a serious threat in Ultimate Alliance 3, but it's still standard superhero fare, right? It's very much, oh, let's save the day, la 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 la, type thing. Don't get me wrong, I'm not looking for Batman v Superman levels of darkness in my Ultimate Alliance game. Just a little bit more seriousness. Because that's what I really feel like the Alliance games were. Right? Like they were serious. Especially the second one, because it was Civil War, the comic version. I like the second game better when it comes to gameplay and graphics, but I actually like the story of the first game more. Just because like I love Civil War the movie, I really do. The MCU is amazing, but I don't like the comics storyline. I don't like the way they handle it. I don't like the way both sides are characterized. Um, Captain America was actually in the comics. Captain America was for Superhero Registration Act when it first began. The only reason he joined the other side was because S.H.I.E.L.D. expected him to hunt down his fellow heroes that didn't sign it and put them in jail. And that's when he was like, nah, brah, I'm gonna go rogue. But he wasn't opposed to the idea of it. I mean, his identity was already out, so he kind of like didn't care. But then again, like that's not really Cap. It's not like Cap to not care just because it doesn't affect him. So yeah, the characterization of him throughout that storyline and Tony, right? Like in the movie, Tony is a lot more understandable in his motivations. But Tony's side in the comics, they're literally just villains. Like whether or not you agree with their side or not, the things they do, they are villains. And that fits comic Tony, right? Like MCU Tony is a lot more agreeable as a person. Like he makes mistakes and stuff, but it's because of his guilt and because he wants to protect people. Comics Tony and most of the other really smart guys in the comics, like Hank Pym and Reed Richards, and don't even get me started on Bruce Banner because I love the Hulk. I love the Hulk in the comics and the movies, and I'm totally fine with Bruce in the movies, Mark Ruffalo's version, but I hate comics Bruce Banner. He is a jerk and he is evil. Like he is a straight up monster of a person. Like he really is. He is a manipulative, like arrogant jerk. I'm not even gonna pretend with you. Like I do not like comics Bruce at all. But like in Civil War, like they were literally locking people up in the negative zone. They're making clones of heroes that like killed one of the heroes and stuff. I mean, spoiler alert for a 15-year-old comic book storyline. But yeah, like I just don't like the characterization. It's too polarized. Like, it wasn't like we have a disagreement on the ethical implications of this. It was more like, I mean, that's how it started, but then it just literally just turned into a war. Like at least in Civil War, they weren't trying to hurt each other. Like Tony was like, "Let us bring them in," but they were legitimately trying to kill each other. Like throughout that whole war, like legit, like they were there to win and win
You picked the wrong
permanently.
medbay to rob, Backbrain. There's gonna be 200 Death's Claw pirates coming through that door.
You know, violence is usually my last resort. Usually.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you see these guys lying here? They've got the rat ghoul plague. You touch me, and they'll be on you like hots on a buffet. Except, you know, faster. And
Wow.
don't think they're incapacitated. Oh, no. They just look that way. I've got a serum you wouldn't believe.
I'd heard you dug something up. I'm gonna need it.
Yeah, we've been using it too. Whoa, wait. No, you don't. No, you can't take it. These people are infected.
Hmm.
If you cut off my supply of serum, these guys are gonna turn. You know what that means? I'm gonna have to shoot them all in the head before they try to eat my liver.
Whoa.
You're a doctor, right? Synthesize some more.
With what? My state-of-the-art facilities? I can only use what I find, and we don't find much. The only place I can think of that might have some left is the ruins of Dynamite General. The place was basically Ghoul Town. You want serum, you get it there, and leave us alone.
That's fine.
If you waste my time, I'm gonna be upset.
No, the stuff is down there, I swear, on my medical license. The real one.
If you have a real one, then why would you need a fake one? What? Anywho, right? Like, yeah, she's not gonna deny people that are sick and in need. The organization that there's still no name for wants to treat people well and help people wherever we go. Oh, I can't mount here? No fun. But yeah, back to my thoughts on Civil War. Like it was literally like a war, and I know Civil War, a war, right? But like they were legitimately trying to kill each other, and they started to hate each other on both sides. I mean, the only reason that Tony even really like hated Cap for a second was because the whole Bucky thing and everything. I'm just saying the way it was handled in the movie was 1,000 times better than the way it was handled and executed in the comics, especially when it comes to the characterization of everyone on both sides. In the comics, it was literally just ridiculous, and people were trying to kill each other just because they disagreed. And yeah, it started from a tragedy because a supervillain blew himself up and killed 600 children in a school, and that's what started it, which is really dark, really dark. But the Civil War comic is just, I know a lot of people love it. I don't. Like I said, I love the movie. I felt like the movie was done really well because you understand both sides, right? But you're kind of supposed to hate Tony's side in the comics. Like, it's not a truly neutral argument. Even if you agree with Tony's side, you can't side with him because of how he's acting and how he's treating the other heroes. He becomes him, and like Reed Richards and Hank Pym become villains. Bruce Banner wasn't there. He was doing the Planet Hulk storyline, which was actually because of Reed and Tony and stuff. But that's a story for another day. But yeah, I don't like the comic book storyline. You know, like the MCU has a great way of taking the source material and making it in a way that's like, I'm gonna say better than the original. I know not everybody will agree, and I still love comics. I still read Marvel comics, and there's some great stuff in there, like 100%. Oh, surprised I was able to like stop us. Well, yeah, might as well, because it's not like we're gonna be able to mount again. All right, but yeah, most of the time, like the way the MCU handles things is better than the comics, especially because like it's a movie and like, it's comics. It's not the most popular form of media. It hasn't been for a long time, so they can do a lot more, I guess, of what they want and be like more controversial, if that makes sense. Not that the MCU isn't tackling deep things. Like, I mean, WandaVision was about grief. Falcon and Winter Soldier is definitely dipping heavily into issues like borders and refugees, and you know the big one being racism, right? Like that's a deep theme of Falcon and Winter Soldier. But yeah, they weren't really doing a lot of that before, but it seems like they are now. And then that they're handling it better than a lot of people viewed the comics, which they felt like was just kind of like pandering without any substance. I don't really know. I read comics for the enjoyment of the story and the superpowers and the heroes and the whole feeling of the good guys win, and even when the chips are down, you just have to keep getting up and keep fighting for what's right, and you can still win the day, type thing. The feel good stuff. That's why I read comics and why I like superheroes. So all that other stuff doesn't really. I mean, whether or not it's in there isn't like a good or bad thing to me. It just is. But the MCU seems to be handling those issues a lot more delicately than comics do at times, or a lot. I don't know. I'm not an expert at any of that stuff. But yeah, I really feel like the MCU does a really good job of adopting the comic books for children. They do a really good job of adapting the material. So, Yeah, I'm not gonna drag this conversation on like 1,000%, but it be what it be. I need to find where this serum is, and I don't know where it is. We'll find it somewhere somehow. It's probably upstairs, but I was already upstairs. Uh, what? Yeah, it is upstairs. So we have to keep going. Where? Ah! That was a mistake. There it is. Wow, we were in the wrong area altogether. Oh, we took the serum. All right, we're good. I remembered we took the preventative serum. All right. Gotta get that serum, guys. Somewhere. Whoa. That's not creepy at all. Wait a second. This isn't all human. Some of this is. What? I don't think I want to know. Let's not know. Let's not know ever. Uh, we don't need those. No, don't aggro. Uh, okay. Um, now we can leave. Now we can leave. Do 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 do. So return to Dr. Ayana Cell. Doctors. Doctoring. Doctorates degree. Degrees of the doctorates of doctoring of doctorates doctoring. And the degree to which doctors doctor the doctoring docs. So if a doctor doctors a form, then they have committed plagiarism that the paramedics would have to perform perfunctory actions to retrieve justice. I don't know where I'm going with this. I was just trying to do as much alliteration as possible. And yeah. Ah, stop chasing me. Go, 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 go. Who cares about the bonus? We don't need a bonus. We're going after treasure. And we're already 10 levels above the cap of this planet. And we have rested XP. So we should be fine. It's it's pirate. It's pirates. Where are the peg legs and eye patches? Oh no. That seems unfortunate. Ah! Okay, that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad at all. All right. Group phase. Anyone can enter. What are we doing here? We're investigating the crash site because we have to get the schematics of something or something. Of something or something. Uh, let's read about it, shall we, friends? Khan Clan. Or should Captain Chill just recently sent men to lead a team of researchers to the wreckage of the Endor Spire, public warship shot down shortly before the Imperial bombardment. The military escort has since gone silent. You've been asked to reestablish contact and cover any data that may have salvaged, like at the Endor Spire. Oh yeah, and they wanted the data more than the people. Hey, it's all about the people. All about the peeps. But before we go in and do this mission, I have to get up for a moment. Con Clan. It's one of those life interrupts streaming type things. But we'll be back soon. Until then, enjoy the smuggler on a Varactyl, and they can look like they're climbing up a mountain. All right, Con Clan, we are back. Interesting enough, I actually gained another viewer in that time. Thank you so much for being patient. And now we will jump back into the mission, guys, because there's nothing better than hunting for treasure in a virtual digital galaxy. Far, far away, a long time ago. All right. I think we're near the end of the planet, right? Because you go to the Endar Spire near the end of the planet.
Lieutenant Carlslew, I'm all that's left of Commander Childress's 5th Battalion.
We're gonna open the
Please
soda
tell
now
me where our
too.
reinforcements.
Diet soda, soda. That's all that's left.
Childress sent me. What cut you off?
Give me a moment. All's clear, guys, and we've got some muscle from back on base. This is what's left of our research team. The others got ambushed while working. Scavengers must have guessed we were after something good. We need to hold them off long enough for the research team to recover and download that data.
I can do that. We need to reactivate the generator subsystems as we go, so we can grab the data when we hit the main computer. We'll follow you. All right.
I'm itching for some live target practice.
Okay, data's priority 1. Everybody into the ship. Go!
All right. My priority is saving the people. Wouldn't want this data to get into the wrong hands, which could be anybody in the Republic or Empire, to be honest. It's about individuals, not groups as a whole. Oofs a daisy. Let's keep these people protected, though. I mean, what's the point of saving the galaxy if there's nobody left to live in it, right? Yeet. I don't even know why I said that. I didn't throw anything. See, she knows how to do all this stuff. She's been trained since birth. She's a second generation member. Which is funny because she's in Gen 1 in the legacy, but like when it comes to her family line being the organization, she's Gen 2 because she was born into it. Both her parents were there. The backstory of her parents, I haven't exactly come up with yet. I mean, we already went over the backstory of how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 characters. That's a lot of lore, but I do love it. I love it so much. I love lore. Like, that's like my favorite thing. I love like creating lore and like reading about lore. Like, I could just like I could spend a very long time on the Wikipedia rabbit hole. How long can you guys spend on the Wikipedia rabbit hole? How much are you into lore? Put your answer down in the comments. Oh, you're one of the most interesting streamers out there, even if you're small. Oh, thank you. I feel like it's one of those like one man's trash is another man's treasure type of thing. Because I'm definitely odd. So one man's odd is another man's interesting. Or in this case, one female Twi'lek's odd, mysterious but fun personality. 97 hours. That's a long time on the Wikipedia rabbit hole. There should, if Mr. Beast did a challenge of how long can you scroll Wikipedia, Mr. Good Looking would probably win. 97 hours. That is 24, 48, 72, 90, 96. That is 4 days and 1 hour. And we need to go over here. Oh no! Keep him safe! Protect him! Alright, we kept them all alive. Oh, we're literally supposed to be defending them against waves, and we're just like walking away. Yeah. Oh, wait a second. He's on our side. Defeat the final wave. Well, that's a lot of hours. I can't even read that number. All right. Shoo me, shoo me. There we go. We got to get that data. What is this data even about again? How to destroy the galaxy. All right, let's make sure this data never gets found by anyone. Just sweep it under the rug.
If you hadn't come when you did, those would be our smoking corpses there, no question. Unfortunately, we're not done. Not until this Rex data is in the hands of Commander Vikwi.
Give me what you have. I'll get it to the commander.
We've recovered all the high-priority info. If you run that to the outpost, I'll hold off what's left of the scavengers until our reinforcements arrive.
Thank you for protecting us, and good luck. Kind of worried about this guy defending on his own. Like, you guys gonna be okay? I mean, I know I've got bigger fish to fry. I can't protect you guys forever, but at least like to get you out of the ship. We go back to Auric. I think that will get us close to where we want to go. And we're kind of farther away than I'd like to be. What is that? Oh, that's just the bonus mission. Okay, that's fine. We don't have to do it. We'll level. We'll level just fine. Especially because we have flashpoints to do. And after we finish this planet, it might be another flashpoint. I'll have to check.
Welcome back. Let's get those serum samples analyzed and see what we've got.
Had to go through a lot of trouble for this. I could have gotten
Well, thank the force
the
of good
disease.
Theresian storage technology. I wasn't sure anything would still be viable after 3 centuries.
Well, I mean, bread in my fridge lasts a pretty long time, but like,
A deal with a pirate crew, perhaps? No problems. I found some stashed away for a rainy century. You make it sound so easy. Ah, here we are. Fortunately,
when you've been trained by the best in the galaxy like I have. Okay, it's never easy, but
The serum you recovered looks like it was effective 300 years ago. But the Raku plague has mutated since then. This serum will only provide effective immunity for extraordinarily healthy individuals.
so me. I see where this is going.
How do we make it stop modern ghouls? Manufacturing a true vaccine requires what we call a lucky survivor, someone whose system has made antibodies to the plague. We haven't had a survivor yet, for obvious reasons, but this serum might provide the link we need. If I infected an extraordinary individual protected by the serum, I could collect the antibodies and make an effective vaccine.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying.
I'm not sure I want to hear the rest of this. I need someone with proven recuperative powers. Someone who gets injured almost on a daily basis. Ideally, they would have survived stabbings, shootings, poison, infections, maybe all of the above. I understand your profession exposes you to physical punishment. Do you think you could survive infection? I've been shot more often than the family holocamera. This can't be much worse. Well, and I have this whole speech ready. All right.
I mean, you know how like cops, when they're training to be cops, they have to get like tasered and like sprayed with like pepper spray and stuff, so they know how it feels before they go out and do that to other people. That's kind of what happens in the organization, not in like a cruel way, but obviously there's a lot of combat training and stuff, and they train themselves to be like resistant to poisons, to be able to hold their breath for a very long time, and that kind of stuff. So she's ready for this. She's ready.
A needle or something?
Doesn't mean she
Sounds
wants to,
creepy.
wants to get
What's it
hurt though.
working for? Now, here's your serum injection.
Oh, fun. Could this
I
be
hope
the
it
end of
catches on.
Kaishana as we know
This
her?
science is stretched to the limit.
The Force is science, just science we don't understand yet. We'll understand in a couple thousand years about midichlorians. It's still canon, guys. Even if you don't want it to be. But I love science. Um, so I love when things are explained with science. I love sci-fi. Like, I know this is like space opera technically, but I definitely consider it more sci-fi than fantasy. That's what I love, you know. Just like I also consider like superheroes science fiction for the most part. I mean, there's obviously some exceptions to that. Yeah, we got to go up to level 2. But like, just because the science is theoretical doesn't make it fantasy to me. Some people make that distinction. Like, I guess there's hard sci-fi and soft sci-fi, but to me, it's still all sci-fi. I mean, like cell phones were once theoretical science. That would have been soft sci-fi. I guess some people might have considered that sci-fi fantasy, but it's real
If you
now.
have any questions
So
about military operations on... Oh, pardon. Are you the hero of the Endar Spire? So hard to be humble, knowing how great I am. The data from the Endar Spire
Oh my
is
goodness,
invaluable to the Republic's war
I love
efforts.
making her kind of like,
Lieutenant Karlsu tells me
I don't
there's
know,
close surveillance footage of
sarcasticy.
the Imperial warships.
That's one of the best parts about playing somebody like a smuggler. Like some of the lines you get to say are just fun.
I'm glad I was around to help out.
But
Thank you for your service.
she's humble at heart,
Twi'lek
and plus
intelligence has
like
been
doesn't want to
working for
bring too much
years
in.
since the bombardment fell.
Plus, it's like not her job. She's not one of the ones assigned to be in the public eye as an agent. Because some are. Oh, select one. I mean, neither of them are as good as what I got. See, look at that, level 2. The leveling up, up every day, leveling up, up in every way, leveling up until we don't die, like ever. But, huh, we need to. I wonder, should I do it? Let's be crazy. Yeah. Oh, that was fine. I didn't even lose that much health. Oh, forgot we have to get infected by a rat ghoul. But let's return to the sergeant. I don't want to like push those scavengers out unless they're like bad people. Like if they're like a mean gang or something. But if they're just people scavenging, like I don't know, let them be. But I have to get the treasure.
I handled everything just like you wanted.
And Republic Customs thinks you have full diplomatic access to the planet. That'll keep the heat off you. You're the supplies Bearer Thorn needs delivered. Take them to the camp at these coordinates. Therefore, an engineer named Avold. Avold? Good luck out there, Captain. Try not to get dead. And also, like, another reason we need to go after this treasure from the lore standpoint is that, like, yeah, we need money to help fund the organization. The more money it has, the better. The easier it is to stay secret and just kind of work in the shadows. But also, like, and the more members there are, right? Because it's a secret organization, so obviously there's not going to be as like many as like Jedi and Sith and stuff, especially because not everybody would agree with their, you know, philosophy on the Force and their goals and everything, right? And a lot of people just wouldn't trust them, even though their intentions are good. People might think that they're bad, which is another reason they have to stay secret. But the more members they have, like they gotta have places to live, and they gotta have food and starships and access to like all the most advanced technology and weapons and everything. And when you gotta do things secretly like a spyware, there's a lot of money that changes hands for you to get what you want. But besides all that, anytime there's some kind of old treasure or something, besides just the monetary value, there's usually some kind of historical and scientific value in a treasure, right? You can learn things from the past that may inform the future. And if it's a secret treasure, well, not a secret treasure, but like a big treasure that people or after, well, then it's pretty clear that like there could be something in there that it would be dangerous if it got out. You know what I mean? Can we? Oh, okay. That's how we get rid of that. Feels like a waste now. Forgot that was part of the mission, but you know, we have like 4 more. Okay. But yeah, it's like this is a secret treasure. Who knows what's in there? And it's better for the organization to see what's in there, make sure there's nothing dangerous. Like, I don't know, the plans to a massive super weapon in that treasure. Because, you know, that would definitely be worth a lot of money. So it would definitely be something that would be part of the value of a treasure. It's important that they know what's in it. So we have more reasons beyond just monetary gain for ourselves and the organization. And we're going to keep some of it, obviously. I mean, you know, the organization rewards its members, and they wouldn't be mad. It's like, yeah, they'd expect me to keep some of this so that first of all, I can continue to operate independently and don't just need money from them all the time because they got to use that for other things. But also, like, Kaishana's working hard for this. She deserves some of the spoils, putting herself in a lot of danger too. I keep Okay, yeah, we're gonna use a speeder if it takes us where we want to go. Yeah, there we go. But what was I saying? Yeah, there could be stuff in there that'd be dangerous to the galaxy. There's literally like threats to the Force itself, and if like the Force were to, I don't know if like the Force could ever really die per se, but for this galaxy to be cut off for the Force would have effects that nobody would know until it happens, right? So let's make sure it doesn't. The Force is one of those things. Let's turn these missions in before we pick up the other ones. But if they're purple, we'll do them because it's part of the larger story.
Ah, I see your infection is progressing. Hold still while I take samples for analysis. While I transmit the data to Dr. Cell, there are some questions I should ask. Do you have any of the following symptoms? Dizziness, fever, shortness of breath, an inexhaustible hunger for sentient flesh.
I mean, I have an inexhaustible hunger, not for sentient flesh, but I do have an inexhaustible hunger.
Can you do anything about these cuts? I'm losing blood here.
I'm sorry, my core function is in analysis, not trauma care. Ah, here's Dr. Cell.
Great.
Good news. Your antibody count is off the charts. I'll start work on a vaccine immediately. You are remarkably brave. Our progress has just jumped forward by years. While you recuperate, I'm going to transmit the usual secrecy agreements. Just use your thumbprint to sign on the sensor. What do you mean, usual secrecy agreements?
Mm-hmm.
This is standard procedure when the Republic develops biotech with significant earnings potential. We develop the vaccine for Republic soldiers first, and when it's proven, sell it to colonists. Until then, it's under wraps. We don't want the exchange or the Sith funding some horrible operation with an underground version.
I understand wanting to make a profit, but not on a medicine that literally, if you would have given it to, like, not on something that is like the difference between life and death for people, right? I'm fine with you selling Skittles. I'm fine with you even selling like a headache medicine. Nobody's gonna die because of a headache. But something like this, nah, man. Nah, man. People need this. People are dying.
Lives will be lost while this profit is being made. Tell me something I don't know. Every week we hear another Rakul horror story. But every colonist on the planet is going to want this vaccine.
For good
How do I
reason.
tell my superiors we gave up that kind of money?
I'm doing the second one.
An entire planet succumbed to this plague. Are you a doctor or a patent office? I'm a doctor, and this cure will get made. even if I have to build a manufacturing plant or hand synthesize every macrophage.
There you go.
I think she's angry, but from past experience, may I say that usually motivates her. If it means anything coming from a droid, sir, congratulations on your research, and also your remarkable survival.
Well, I had a bunch of super powerful force healers as a backup plan if I could get to them in time. I don't know. The closest organization colony probably isn't that close to terrorists. So it's definitely a risk. Who knows if they can heal Rackle Plague anyway? But we survived, so we're good. We're jonesing. All right. Do we need to sell anything? Yeah, worthless, worthless. Keep that around just in case I want to change up the outfit. We have better stuff. So I looked it up, and the next flashpoint after this planet is Aethys. Will we get to it today? We'll see. We might. I don't know why I got on my mount when I still have to pick up this mission. Eat. Where are we going? There we're going. Commander Guarded.
Welcome to Taris. I hear you've done the Republic a good turn in the past, so I'm sorry not to have a warmer welcome for you.
What's happening now?
We're having some trouble. Nothing you couldn't have predicted, but there you are. Our bases here are far from self-sufficient. We're not farmers, and there's no existing infrastructure here to work with. We're at the mercy of our supply ships. And this month just went nose down in some of the worst territory on Taris.
Huh. I think I see where this is going.
Lost? Why haven't your men recovered the supplies?
Our men tried to reach the ship once, but they turned back after taking serious casualties. They said it's more than just rat ghouls, but couldn't make an ID. Still want to go, you'll need to talk to our quartermaster at the supply shed across the base. She's got the exact coordinates of the crash.
Yeah. Alright. Let's see what we can do. Let's go save some people. And maybe get paid doing it. That's the difference though, right? Like, I'd want to get paid for doing good work, but like I'm gonna save lives regardless. If I get paid, it's just a bonus. But I'm not gonna like they were literally not gonna give that medicine to
Just going to
people
make this all better,
just
huh?
to oh dang, okay.
You got a name? I'm Karen Wet, Quartermaster.
She does not seem
Commander
happy.
Carter just called to say you're retrieving our supplies. For which, by the way, I and the rest of the troops here humbly thank you. But I don't want Commander Fat Pants to think it means he gets away with this. Embezzle the Republic's money to build your office out of Alderanian timber. But that's fine, because someone like you will waltz in to save the day.
Wait a second.
That's a serious accusation. I've said over and over that the ship needed repairs. The left stasis generator was loose, and the hyperdrive motivator was seeping fluid. But Guarded had already spent our allotted maintenance budget on himself.
Hmm.
You're completely sure now? I'm telling the truth. Somehow he's juggling the numbers he sends to HQ. No commander needs a personal vehicle in an outpost this size. If you can take this holo camera out to the crash site, you could get the evidence I need to get him court-martialed. What kind of evidence do you think I'll find? Here, take the camera. If you take holopics of the engine, I can show that the documented lack of repairs is what caused the crash. The most important thing is the supplies, though. The crash site isn't far. When you get everything, bring it back here so I can distribute it.
See, it's interesting, right? Because obviously there's laws and stuff in the Republic. In the organization, it's like there's no necessarily like official cut that I have to give to the organization if I get this treasure. It's literally like give what you want and keep as much as you feel like you should. The organization trusts its members to make good calls, and they're powerful enough to stop those that don't. But every member's powerful in their own right. I don't know. There's just a lot more trust there, right? There's really no embezzling money. It's very much a like you can't. It's like, oh, one of our people out in the galaxy needs some money. Oh, let's read this. Shh, hold still. Big hungry beastie. Oh, missed it. These Bactoid X1 combat goggles show me everything. I never take them off. Have to keep my visual scanning for the beasties.
You never take those things off?
What about when you shower? Thought I lost them once. Bonded them to my skull with industrial adhesive. Now I'm always ready. I'm Ovoid, core drilling engineer. Barrel sent a holo. Told me you. Oh, that was quick. Scavengers raided the equipment sites 3 times last week. Took some good gear with them. Didn't get my goggles though. I don't think they could since they're glued to your face.
Beryl said you had something for me to take back.
I used to until the scavengers raided the camp. It's never easy, is it? Scavengers ran off with those planetary core samples you came to get for Beryl. She can't finish her contract without them. Need you to get them back.
Scavengers must have a camp. You know where it is?
They haven't had me over for dinner, so no. I don't have a real firm direction to their place. Way I hear it, scavengers are pretty well organized. Got themselves a regular fortress. Real death trap.
Beryl owes me a hefty bonus for this.
She's a generous lady. I'm sure you'll make out fine. You're looking for a cargo pod marked terrace core samples. Should be easy to pick out from everything else the scavengers stole. Speaking of which, I'll pay extra for snatching the rest of my stolen gear. Need to finish my work. Good luck out there. A lot of people say good luck. What happened to the whole may the force be with you thing? But back to my lore. Honestly, at this point, my middle name might as well be Lore. Nicholas Lore Khan. That sounds cool. That actually sounds kind of cool. It almost sounds like a 2-part last name, though. Nicholas Lorcan. If I'm ever in more of a medieval setting, I might go by Nicholas Lorcan. But yeah, the organization is just like, oh, you need some money? Here's a whole bunch of money. You know, they give out what they feel you need. I mean, if you have a specific amount, then they'll just give you that amount. But oftentimes they'll give you extra if they have it anyway. You know, it's give and give and give. If everybody gives, then everybody has enough. It's real nice. You know, the organization, it's like a family. It's like a family. But I get that, like, not an entire galaxy can be like that. Of course, there's rules and, you know. Also, if the organization is like, hey, you know how you just got a treasure and got like a whole bunch of money? And you gave some to us? Well, we need a little bit more funds for this. Can you give it? And then, you know, they'll be like, yeah, because you help out your family, who's also helped out you. So embezzling isn't like really a problem because the money flows freely between members. We help each other out because we are united in our very important cause. Where's this gear I need? I think it's back this way. But I get that, like, that's a problem in the Republican stuff. Because, like, yeah, if you have an allotted budget, and it's like if you go over that budget, then stuff that's actually important doesn't happen, then yeah, man, it's not good. Like, but you only really get money if, like, you only really get money if you're like an agent out in the galaxy when it comes to the organization and stuff. If you're like living in one of the temples and everything, then like when you get sent out for a mission, you get a little bit of money. And then if you need more, they give you more. Or if you like want more, if they can spare it, you know. But if you're just living there, like, it's literally like, hey, if you want this thing, like, if there was something that's like a game console and you wanted it, you just put it on the I don't know, you probably just I am making this up as I go along, by the way, but we're gonna run with it. You just put it on like a list. It's like, hey, you know, put this on the next time we get supplies thing list, and then there are people in charge that will set the priorities for it. Somebody's like, I want a PlayStation 5. Somebody's like, I need new blankets. Blankets is probably higher up on the priority list, so like the blankets get bought first, and if there's leftover money, then the PlayStation 5 gets bought. And if there's not, it's like, oh, we'll get it next time, but we couldn't get it this time. And it's like, okay. So it'd be like that. The more I talk about it, the more I like it. I'd very much be able to would love to be able to make this like a real thing, like real lore that I get to write and stuff. It would never be canon, but maybe I'll write some fan fiction. Maybe I will write some PG to PG-13 fan fiction and no higher than that. Because you know what else starts with the same sound as Khan and Clan? Clean. All right, where do we need to go next? Recover the missing supplies. I thought I did. Oh, I just have to do it from this camp now? Okay, well, let's go. But yeah, like embezzling's not good. Like when you have when you have a government of that size of the Republic, which is literally thousands of worlds, yeah, you got to do things a little bit differently than just like handing out money whenever people need it. And embezzling's not good. Like the supplies are lost, like people could die, and it's like, you know, don't be selfish. Like there's a difference between getting some stuff for yourself and being selfish, right? Because like, of course, if you worked hard to find the treasure, take some of it for yourself. But then if they're like, hey, we're building a big transport ship so we can like ship out a whole bunch of people at once, can we have like, would you be able to give us like 5,000 credits? And then you give it. Then the Republic, it's like, I'm gonna take this money that's supposed to be like, I'm not necessarily mad that he used some of the money on himself as a commander, like take that as you will. But when it's at the expense of something that's more important, like keeping the ship repaired, that's when it's a problem. Wow, we're getting deep tonight, folks. Deep into the topics of ethical dilemma nature, the nature of ethical dilemmas. Ooh, lightsabers. I don't like yellow that much, but still cool with the Sentinel. I do kind of like that armor though. It looks cool. What level are you? 48? Yeah, nah, we're not gonna battle you. I don't know. Let's do it. Even if we lose, it'll be fun. Could always use some more training. Request a duel. Oh. Okay, yeah, no. Too far away now. We're gonna go back. We missed our chance. Okay, so what is there? Okay, yeah, we might as well do that before we go back. What are these? For Frerzid Mauler. Run! Or, like, I don't know if what I can actually call what this thing's doing is running. It has 4 legs. It doesn't even feel like it's, like, pushing itself. I don't know. Slither Crawl? I don't even know. Because it's not like it's running on all fours, right? Because it's basically doing Spider-Man push-ups is the way it moves. Um, it's crawling. And you could like crawl fast, but I don't ever know if I would consider it. Oh, missing my place to go. I don't know if I'd consider it running, We're gonna have a whole stream where we just read about the movement patterns of different Star Wars animals. That's a joke. We're not doing that. It would be funny for me and probably very angering for you guys. Wonder if I get a bonus. I do get a bonus. 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 I just did that in the style of chia pets. Do you guys ever have a chia pet? I wanted one when I was younger. Don't really want one now. Like maybe. Like it's like if I had a lot of disposable income. Like if I had more money than I knew what to do with, not like filthy rich, but just like, oh, you know, I'm doing pretty all right, and you know, I got some extra money, and there's nothing that I particularly want really bad. Then maybe I'd get a chia pet, right? It's one of those things that's like it's like not a need, obviously, and it's not a concrete want like a I want this really bad and as soon as I can reasonably afford it I'm gonna get it type of thing, right? Like a PlayStation 5 for me is a as soon as I can get it want, right? A chia pet would literally be like, I've got some extra cash and I got nothing else I want to buy, so let's get a chia pet. That's what it would be for me. Did you guys ever have a chia pet or really want one? Not knocking them. There's just stuff I want way more than a chia pet. You know what? Now I kind of want one, but that's gonna fade. That's gonna fade real quick. They are cool though. Okay, I think I came up with a better term. It's a when I can get it once compared to a I could take it or leave it want, I guess. Like a rainy day want. I don't know. Like I feel like a chia pet is something I would like if I was at the mall with my friends and I just had some money to blow. Like I had budgeted money just to go to the mall and have fun and like buy some things that just suit my fancy. Like maybe a chia pet would be one of them. It's an unplanned want, right? I think that's the best way to describe it because there are planned wants, right? Like the PlayStation 5 or the Oculus Quest 2, which I want so bad. That's a planned want, which means I'm planning to buy it eventually. Like I am definitely going to buy it when I can. And then there's the unplanned wants, which is like it would most likely be an impulse purchase. I think that makes sense, right? Because it's like when you have, for instance, like what I will do is like if I'm spending the day with my friends and like we're going to a mall or a mall or a strip mall or any place with a lot of stores you can buy stuff, like I just bring a certain amount of money to spend, not on anything specific. Just like if I see something that I might want, I'll buy it. Or just not even have a budget, but have a day where it's like, I'm just going to buy some fun things for myself. So if I see something I want, I'm going to get it. So it's an unplanned,
Go and
like,
kill
want.
everybody.
So that,
Some of those guys were all right.
I'm here for the planetary core samples. Hand them over.
the direct approach.
Planetary core samples. Right. You work for Beryl Thorne, don't you? That's what I used to do. The name's Tyradol. I was helping Beryl smuggle artifacts off Taris disguised as core samples. I thought we'd get rich. Turns out Beryl's a soft touch. Instead of selling what we smuggle on the Imperial market, Beryl gives relics to descendants of Taris survivors for a tiny finder's fee. Ridiculous.
There's an Imperial market on Terrace?
No. But high-ups in Imperial space pay big credits for Taris artifacts. They're status symbols. I let Beryl think rat ghouls killed me and went into business with the scavengers. They had a bright idea to increase profits. Why sell a relic to the Imperials once we can sell it a dozen times? These droids are making copies of the relics.
Get yourself killed crossing the Empire.
Yep.
By the time my buyers figure things out, I'll be far, far away from Imperial space.
Doesn't matter.
Be smart about this. I'll give you a hefty payout and a cargo pod of counterfeit relics if you keep my operation quiet. You go home richer, Beryl gets some relics to give away, and I stay in business. What do you say?
I mean, like this is one of those things where like I well, I mean, first of all, you shouldn't be selling fake stuff. Like, let's be honest. It's one of those things where it's like I don't really care that much. Like I'm just here for what I want. Like this.
I think she deserves better than to be
I
cheated
mean,
by
that's
you.
true though.
Well, I guess we finished this the hard way. Droids, code black.
I mean, you shouldn't lie to people. That's true. So if they're not telling them that they're like fakes, then yeah, that's not okay. So we should probably not do that. But like, there's a difference between like this guy is doing something kind of shady and like he shouldn't be doing it compared to like I need to stop you. Like there's levels. But he attacked first, so you know. But that's the thing. Like you also don't want to stop her from just like helping people in need. Right? 'Cause I think he's the one selling to Imperials. That's one of the reasons why I'm like, I mean, I'm not that sure. Cause right, cause like Imperials are still kind of like the bad guys. The organization doesn't necessarily believe that. There's heroes and villains on both sides. But you know, when you've watched Star Wars all your life and you're always told that the Empire is the bad guys, it's kind of hard to shake that thinking sometimes. And then like all the other Star Wars media, they are the bad guys. Here, it's a lot more nebulous. It's just because war is. I mean, honestly, there are no
We
right
don't have to
sides
go
in
biotics.
war.
They come on the same ship as everything else.
You're supposed to keep better tabs on that sort of thing. These men have the Cillian flu. They could die if... Ah, our great hope has returned. Dare I ask if you've been able to recover our supplies?
Got what you wanted.
Yep.
Just in the nick of time, too. The men came close to mutiny when I cut rations again. They knew this wasn't going to be a luxury cruise.
What do you expect? You ask your men to starve while you eat bantha steaks from off-world.
Whoa, okay, that's not cool.
These pictures prove you knew the ship was damaged, and you sent it anyway.
They're going to Republic Command, along with my documentation of every personal purchase you've made. These men left their families and risked their lives to come here. If they die, it should be for someone better than you.
Dang.
I didn't know the ship was so bad. I thought if it was serious, they'd catch it on Ord Mantell.
A good commander lives under the same conditions as his troops.
I never realized how quickly we go through our supplies. If I thought we couldn't last a month, I have some personal stores. I'll distribute them while you finish here as a gesture of good faith.
Oh,
I never
well.
thought I'd see anyone put the righteous fear into him like that. Good job. And thank you. Actually, if you're still interested in serving our
I mean, it
soldiers,
kind of seems like he
there may
did the
be
right thing
something
in the
else.
end. Like,
Normally, our fourth outpost comes here to pick up its supplies, but their convoy never arrived this month. I'm afraid something happened. They need to be found.
want me to find out what?
It's dangerous territory out there.
The route between the outposts runs along Lake Brow. Not the best planning. There's Rakghouls there, and a Nexus spawning ground, and worse. Usually the convoy's managed by only traveling when the sun is highest. Plus lots and lots of firepower. But if they're out there too long, well, we need to find them.
Then time is of the essence.
Every moment we delay risks their lives. I'll leave right now.
Whatever happened to the convoy, we need to make sure Morn Outpost gets their supplies. Sonic emitters along the route usually keep off the worst of the critters. But if they're on the fritz, that convoy would have walked into a feeding frenzy. Fix the emitters and see what you can find about the convoy. When you're done, report to Commander Yajek at Morn Outpost. And thank you.
So we have more people that we can help. And hopefully there'll be no more commanders that are like letting their people starve. I mean, I don't know, man. Like it seems like he was a little like unaware of how bad things were, but also like maybe you should have done a better job of knowing, you know, like he's not completely innocent. Like he should have made sure his people had supplies and stuff. I mean, to me, I kind of read that as, oh, I didn't realize that, people were suffering. But then he also said that we had to cut their rations again. So, you know what? He knew. I think he was just making excuses. And that's not okay. But, you know, hopefully he does the right thing in the end. People make mistakes, and everybody deserves a second chance. Anakin got one. These core samples too. That'll make her a happy lady. She'll see her right away.
These aren't core samples, Ovold, and you know it.
Sure they are. That's the cargo pod I put them in. Don't tell me those scavengers dumped them out.
Cargo pod is full of Terrace relics.
I wouldn't say that too loud if I was you. It's illegal to run contraband on terrorists. My cargo pod had a core sample inside before the scavengers stole it. If the pod has something else in it now, it's got nothing to do with me.
Huh. You're a pretty good liar. I think it's the goggles.
That's what the guys at the sabacc table used to say before they stopped letting me play with them. I mean, that makes sense. Have a real nice day, Captain. Well, it be what it be. So we would probably not make it to 8 this tonight. We will finish up the planet. We're really close. So, ooh, look at those colors. All right, good. I can also do it. I don't even remember why we're repairing the sonic emitters. Ghastly Raku. Do. Oh, we gotta wait for this one. That's fine, Corso. All right, we'll go to the other ones and then we'll circle back. Never mind, we don't have to. La 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 la. La 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 la. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh, we gotta wait for this one too. I guess looks like we're playing the waiting game a little bit. Oh, because there's somebody right in front of me doing these, isn't there? Yeah. All right, we're almost there, guys. Almost finished Terrace. We can get away from this plague-infested, place. Ooh, lights. Oh, you know what? Should I take it? Cause like they were here first. I'll just let them have it. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna be a nice guy. I want to be a nice guy. And I also didn't help him defeat that Rakghoul because, like, I don't know. I don't like it when people help me defeat enemies because it's like you know, kind of takes away from the experience. There's no challenge if somebody just comes in and helps. It kind of feels unnecessary, or I don't want to say unnecessary. Like, I don't know. I appreciate the help if I need it, but like if I don't need it, then it's just kind of like, oh, thanks for waiting. That was nice. You're a nice guy or gal, whoever you are behind that character. Wait, I want to dance too. Yeah, we're both Twi'leks. We're both dancing. See that? Twi'lekian culture. Or would it be Rylothian? Because Twi'leks are from Ryloth. All right, we gotta go. Where we gotta go? We gotta go here. I guess we're all just waiting, aren't we? Man, there is a lot of people on right now.
We just stopped to rest. Geozel found a scratch, and we don't know if it's the Rakul infection, so we're waiting. And for Dawn,
We're
I can
starting
put
to
down
develop
the
a
geonosis
cure.
swamp flu, but we're on our way, I swear. And you're looking at me very strangely.
But it's not genosis.
What are you expecting me to accuse you of?
Nothing.
Hmm.
I mean, look, I know we're late, so people naturally start thinking.
That you were dead?
Would they care? I'm sorry, I shouldn't even be. Are you even Republic? I don't recognize it.
He seems very stressed.
Oh, forget it. I was never a good liar. We aren't going back. Is that what you wanted to hear? We've deserted.
Oh.
I know army life stinks, but don't they kill you or something if you desert?
Prison on Coruscant, which is way better than being stuck here. At least your family can visit. 5 years we've been out here. No break. Most of our friends have died. We're wounded, tired, broken. Fighting something that can't think, can't be frightened. And if you get the slightest scratch, you become the enemy and your own squad puts you down like a dog.
Whew. That's sad. I mean, here's the thing, though. If it's a cause that you believe in, you can't just abandon it. Like, Kaishana would never abandon the organization because it's a cause she believes in, and so do all the characters. Now, to be fair, they they didn't necessarily leave their other organizations like the Jedi or the Sith. They're kind of booted out for trying to protect the galaxy, that kind of thing. But they also realized the hypocrisy in both those institutions and stuff like that. But what choice would she make here? Right? She cares about people. So you want to say she'd say you deserve a rest, but also going back, it's your duty. Like members of the organization have been undercover for so long. But also, she doesn't necessarily believe in the Republic. But like, if you believe in it, then you should fight for it. Don't give up. And like, you don't want to be court-martialed. Hmm. Huh. What are you gonna do? Live out here the rest of your lives? Like, you can't go back home. It's probably better to go back.
You must return to your post. You knew the risks when you signed up.
I can't. I'd rather kill myself, I really would.
Every soldier knows they might have to die for the Republic. What makes you so special?
Sure.
You think we didn't agonize about that? If we were fighting the Sith, if our deaths would mean something, but there's nothing on Terrace. But she's right, guys. Trying to defend the outpost down 5 men, the Rakghouls will get them all. And it'll be our fault. I guess we have to go back, no matter what happens.
Yeah, it's interesting that that's the dark side choice in places like in situations like that. Like, is there really a right or wrong answer? But like just thinking logically, like I get it. I get the emotional aspect of it. But thinking logically, you can't expect to sustain yourselves here forever. You need to go back. It'll put you in a better position to eventually leave. If you stay and desert, you'll never leave here. Or they find you and you go to prison. Is that what you really want? Go back, finish your tour or whatever, and don't serve again. I mean, I don't know how the Republic Army works, but the Republic are supposed to be the quote unquote good guys, right? So if you really wanted to leave, wouldn't they let you? But then again, heroes and villains on both sides. I mean, the Republic and the Empire has people that are just as corrupt. I guess the Sith Empire is still expansionist at this time in conquering, which puts them in the worst moral position. But they're not necessarily categorized as completely evil. I mean, the society has its problems, right? There is racism against aliens and
State of
stuff, and that's
business.
not okay. But that's in the
This is a
Republic
Republic
too.
military outpost, sovereign territory of the Galactic Republic. We will defend ourselves with deadly force if necessary.
Dang.
You're not gonna make many friends with an attitude like that.
Sorry, wasn't sure if you were Republic.
I don't think that should
No
make a
unauthorized
difference.
travel this far into the wilds. Best policies usually blast first, chat later. Don't suppose you were sent by Commander Guarded with news about our supplies.
I found your convoy on my way here.
Did the Nexu get them? Wouldn't be the first time. They're alive, though? They better have a good excuse if they don't expect to get the lockup.
Yeah, let's just help him
Get
out.
this mess yourself. I'm done.
That sounds like there's more to the story than you're telling me. I'll get it out of them when we get back to the base. Whatever their excuse, I can't imagine it will be good.
I tried to help, but they did desert, so there, you know, there's going to be consequences to their actions unless their commander is nice and kind about it. The organization would give you a break if you need one, though. The organization's like, yeah, take a vacation. We have other members. If we really need you, we'll call you. But if it's an all hands on deck situation, then you'd understand. Like, we're saving the galaxy here, guys. But it's like, you need a vacation, take one. If it's not like DEF CON 1 over here, you work hard, you deserve a break. The Republic might not be like that, though. But you know what you signed up for when you sign up for it. I mean, that is a valid point. Dr. Ryam. Dr. Deathclaw says hi. Remember that time you shot your way into a Deathclaw's pirate camp and met that local medic? Remember he convinced you not to subject his patients to a horrible rat ghouly death by stealing his vaccine supply? That was me. How's things with you? I wasn't always with the Deathclaw. I won't give you a whole sob story, but I'm here now because these guys took me in. They're my brothers. Brothers who are jerks, true. But jerks deserve a chance too. Anyway, I owe you one. There's talk of pulling out of Terrace, and I hope it happens. You ever find yourself in the wrong place and need to get patched up? Let me know. You see, you help people, and they might help you in return. And even if they don't, you did the right thing. There's a lot of value in being able to sleep at night.
Mechanized travel is for official business.
Looks like we're about to finish this Planet Con clan. Clan of Con. Still don't have a saying for Clan Con. Con clan with the plan. Too basic. Too overdone. Clan con run strong. Still basic, overdone. We gotta be unique. We have to be epic. We'll figure something out. But it's late, so I'm probably not in the best frame of mind to do so. Just because, being tired is a thing. Khan clan. The blood of Khan clan runs strong. The force is strong with Khan clan. The gaming is strong with Khan clan. Yeah, but I want it to be like a call to action type thing, right? Hmm. We'll figure something out. We'll figure something out, but probably not on this stream that we're coming to the end to. Con clan, strong clan, clan of Con. Stay gaming. That is way too generic. We're gonna workshop this. There's a lot of things we have to workshop, but we'll figure it out. We got to come up with a slogan, a saying, something. Hmm.
I can count the number of times I've been truly impressed in my life on one hand, Captain. Congratulations. You walking in with those core samples just got added to the list.
I'm a legend in my own time.
Why didn't you tell me about your side business? I thought we were friends. Well, I guess there's no point in beating around the bent anymore. How'd you find out what I'm really up to? What happened with the scavengers? Turns out, Tyrell faked his death by rat ghouls and joined the scavengers. He told me everything. I never liked that guy. Where's he now?
Dead for real.
He's fertilizing this beautiful swamp. Stupid Deveronian. He probably drew first.
He did.
Sorry I didn't keep things on the up and up, but you're working with Risha. I've got trust issues there. I don't want these relics decorating some fat senator's bedroom. They're going to the descendants of Terra survivors where they belong.
I don't like being used, but it's for a good cause, and there's a lot of secrecy in this business, and there's a lot of, you know, I'm a secret agent for like a secret society that saves the galaxy. I know a little bit of what that's like.
I can't argue with that. Oh, well, I'm glad you feel that way. Hey, look at that. The Republic just updated my contract log as complete. And right on
Cool.
time, my spaceport friend granted me access to the Republic sensor array. Let's find us a vault. Tell me about this mysterious friend of yours. A lonely technician with a boring job. Didn't take much to wrap him around my finger.
Hmm.
Sensors are picking up the vault's unique radiation signature. That's good. Aha, there it is. Oh, your vault is in Zone 0. That's bad. Give me all the details. Zone 0 is in no man's land. When the Republic first got here, it sent a bunch of surveyors to map the region. One surveyor made it back alive. Said the place is overrun with things worse than rat ghouls. Nobody goes there.
Nobody except me.
If that's where the vault is, that's where I'm going. You'll need serious hardware to crack that vault. Risha's good at getting into places she isn't supposed to. Maybe talk to her. It's been interesting knowing you, Captain. Have fun out there.
That's a weird way to end a conversation. It's been interesting knowing you. Like, do you expect me to die? Oh, cool. Look at that. Personal conquest. That's literally the same, just not as good. Like, it's not even as high stats as this one. Whoa. What's it look like? I'm gonna put on the gear, but she's not a cape person. She's really not. I mean, that Lando Calrissian look is cool and all, but that's. I wonder if this belt would look better. I don't really care about belts that much, but I like that. Yeah, that's going on the costume creator. Yep, yep, yep. That's a cool looking belt. That's a lot of credits for that. Oh, they changed up the outfit designer. They changed up the layout of this stuff. Oh, we also have to go to currently equipped gear. Yeah. Wait, didn't. Which is the one that it. Uh, 46. Whichever one's 46. Okay. It's that one. So, not better and not better. Right click. There's a lot of. Oh boy. Now I have to go talk to Risha. We're gonna finish out the planet. We're running a little bit later than I had planned, but we're so close. Like, why stop it right here? It's like one more mission. We'll be fine. Alright, sell that. 100,000. Sell that. We'll never need that for looks. Don't even want that for looks. Not even close. Right? Moderate. Moderate.
Thank you.
Small. No.
Thank you.
No. 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 So we won't give him any of this stuff. Because Risha may like it more. Where are we
How's Isaac?
going?
He okay?
Spaceport?
Your friend suffered from a raccoon bite.
Vault.
Just a bite, so he got off easy.
Do 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 do.
You're a big fella, aren't you? Yes.
That was a weird conversation. They're just over here.
I'm Governor Suresh.
You're a big fella, aren't you?
The Galactic Republic,
Are you
I want
talking
thank
to
you
a
for joining us
5-year-old?
in this historic project. For your safety, please do not travel beyond the military-secured safe zone outside the settlement. This world and our work here will shine as a beacon of hope to all of the Republic. But first, we have many obstacles to overcome. Together, we stand taller than any obstacle. Let's get to work. Together.
We're to work together. I have to go back onto the ship. I don't know if I'll ever get the hang of the ship. It's laid out so differently from like all the other ships. I'm not actually lifting off. Unless like we have to come back, which I doubt. I really, really doubt. Alright, let's talk to
Every time
Risha.
I see you return from a mission, I thank the Maker I was designed for combat.
I mean, droid, I don't come back bloody every time, do I? Like on the brink of death?
Hope you got that vault's location. I eavesdropped on Skavik and some mercenaries over an encrypted comm channel. They're trying to beat us to the vault. Sounds like they're closing in. Tell me where to find Skavik so I can fry him. Don't get your hopes up. He's not on Terrace. Just his mercenaries. From what I overheard, Skavik's men aren't having much luck in their search for the vault. Something out there is eating those mercenaries alive. Literally. For once, I'm glad Terrace is a death trap. The creatures are slowing the mercenaries down, but not enough. Get to the vault as fast as you can, then open the lock with this Geonosian slicer module. It took me months to trade for this. Don't lose it, understand? If I march all the way to Zone Zero and I'm still locked out of that vault, you're fired. Technology has come a long way since that vault was built. It'll open. Good luck, partner. Hope I see you again soon.
You will.
I'll let you know what I dig up. I'll be waiting, Captain.
Yeah, you will. Is it just me, or does Risha sound like she's constantly like fighting a cold, or like is constantly like has a stuffy nose from allergies? It's like you can hear it in her voice. And I get allergies really bad in the spring, so I would know. It's not as bad this year because I go outside way less often. Gets everything happening. I feel like I can say it because like when I watch YouTube videos now, people say it and their videos aren't demonetized. But let's just be safe.
Remember me? Agent Saganti with the Republic Customs Office. I have some questions about Beryl Thorne.
Eh.
Let me get back to you.
Now, this won't take long. And it's not a request. I suspect Thorne is smuggling relics. And I think I know how she's doing it. What I lack is proof. I need someone to step forward and testify so I can arrest her. I'm looking for an honest citizen, Captain.
Hmm.
Beryl's a good person. She's not doing anything wrong.
If I catch you covering for her, well, let's not consider the ugly implications.
She didn't say she was
I'm
doing.
authorized to pay a generous sum
She
for
wasn't
any
doing
legal
anything
result in the
illegal.
arrest.
I
Think
said
about
what
what's
she's
best for
doing
you.
isn't
Are you
wrong.
absolutely sure you don't know anything about Beryl Thorne's criminal activities?
Beryl just looks dishonest, that's all. I have the same problem.
Go on. Have a good laugh. While you still can. Nobody escapes justice forever, Captain. Nobody.
Keep practicing that line, Agent. Someday it might scare someone.
Let's go, Min.
Uh, I do love it when she's snarky.
Barrow needs to clear out of here. That agent won't give up.
I don't want Beryl getting caught.
Me neither. She's one of the good guys.
Didn't say she wasn't doing anything illegal. Said she wasn't doing anything wrong. There is a difference. She's not hurting anybody. All right, let's keep on
Welcome to
going.
Terrace. I'm Governor Suresh. On behalf of the Galactic Republic, I want to thank you for joining us in this historic project. For your safety, please do not travel beyond the military-secured safe zone outside the settlement. This world and our work here will shine as
Historic
a beacon of hope to all of
project.
the Republic. But first, we have many obstacles to overcome. Together, we stand taller than any obstacle.
You know,
Let's get to work.
with a galaxy as vast and as big and as long lasting as the Star Wars galaxy, historic is not permanent. You know, even on Earth, historic is not necessarily permanent. I mean, there are things that happened in the past that we haven't uncovered with history books and stuff that didn't even happen that long ago that they thought would be historic. You know,
What's the occasion, Captain?
but like, do people really know about Revan and stuff like in the
I've got
prequel
them on
trilogy?
deck. For now. You have the vault's coordinates. You didn't have to come warn me, but you did. Where I come from, the best friends are the ones who lie for you. Guess you're a better friend than I thought. I've always been on your side, Beryl. Never figured I could count on anybody traveling with Risha. I want you to have this. Saved me more times than I can count.
Yeah.
Hope it does the same for you. Well, I'm glad we're parting as friends. Risha doesn't deserve a partner like you. Watch your back, alright? I'll get off Terrace.
What did
while the
she
meeting's
do?
good. I know Argo's ready.
You have no idea, Mistress Barrow.
Thanks for everything, Captain.
Man, what is Risha's story? Like, what did she do that was so bad to Beryl? Trust issues. Oh yeah, we're gonna quick travel right up here. I trust that you have issues. There are issues with your trust. Fund that I don't have. I'm not even exactly sure what a trust fund is. I know, like, sometimes people will like make fun of like rich kids and call them like trust fund babies. So I know it has something to do with like their parents having a lot of money, so they give them a lot of money. But beyond that, I have no idea what it means. Like, is a trust fund just like a whole bunch of money in a savings account that like rich parents have for their children? So they can just like basically go to college for free? I mean, what's the difference between a trust fund and then just like your parents having a lot of money? I honestly don't know. I am definitely not a rich kid. I didn't grow up with all the trappings of a lavish lifestyle. Didn't really need to. I mean, I don't need to be rich. I just want a PlayStation 5. That's the thing, like, even when you can afford a PlayStation 5, you can't find one. At least not right now. Those scalpers are crazy, man. And there's this article floating around. The scalpers are all like, we're tired of being seen as the bad guys. That is ridiculous. You are the bad guys. You're taking a product that's already marked up, obviously, because companies have to make a product and stuff. I get that, but like they're not doubling the price. Like they didn't buy a whole bunch so people couldn't get it, and then you charge whatever you want. Like supply and demand, fine. That's just the economy. For better or worse, that's how it works. Supply and demand. So if there's just a shortage because there was, okay, I get that. But the fact that you purposefully made a shortage just so you could, make money off of it, that's when it's like, nah, man, you are the bad guys. Like, especially with how much you're charging. You buy it for 500, sell it for 600. Do I like it? No, because you're not the regular chain of command or supplies. Like you are not a part of this business. Or if you just bought like one or two, fine. Okay? But when you buy like 1,000 and then you sell it for 1,000, that's ridiculous. Like if people if people want to pay just so they can get it faster, if it's like out of stock in their store or something, whatever, right? They're paying to get it faster. They're paying for the convenience. I don't necessarily have a problem with that. But if you purposefully bought all of them so people had to pay the higher prices, right? It's the taking away of choice from people. Because we could wait, but if we're gonna just keep buying them and buying them and buying them up so that, you know, regular consumers can't ever get them, so they have to pay the like $1,000, $2,000 you're charging for these consoles, right? You're holding them hostage. That's why you're the bad guys. They're like, oh, we're providing people with jobs. Um, Drug dealers could say the same thing. And guess what? Drugs are bad. Selling drugs is bad. It is bad for people to take drugs, and it is bad for people to sell them. You are making money off of people destroying themselves, poisoning themselves. And you cannot make the same argument with like, oh well, people eat food and like get overweight and get sick and stuff. Nobody's mad at them. Well, I mean, first of all, any food you eat is not inherently poisonous. You can have cake, you can have cookies, you can have ice cream in moderation. The problem is that people have too much of it. But it's not like drugs where it's inherently bad altogether. There are no bad foods, there's just bad amounts. But drugs are altogether bad. It's a totally different thing. And plus, it is illegal. So, yeah, I say all that to say, listen, scalpers have no more claim to being the good guys than drug dealers do.
What the?
They just don't.
How'd you?
Not big on completing sentences, are you?
Just. I can't believe you're not supposed to be here. We've been through 10 kinds of pain getting to this vault, and not to watch you open it first.
You could walk away.
Got it. You
The
there?
malicious mullet.
See
The
this
malevolent
place?
mullet.
We're at the vault, but we're not alone.
Too perfect. I love it when everything comes together like this. How's life treating you, Captain? You enjoying my ship and all my stuff? What about that two-faced Risha?
I'm having the time of my life.
Too bad it's over now.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
it's
you're
not.
a mess on Coruscant. You have any idea the grief I'm taking? I could kill
You
everybody
deserve
who
it.
cracks a joke, but that's a lot of work. So why don't you just die already?
I'm ready to settle this when you are.
Glad to hear you're on board with the plan. Roxer, I want you and the boys to spare no effort killing my friend and make it as painful as possible.
Coward.
You heard the boss. Fry this fool!
You know what? I'll put you on neutral. I'm gonna do heroic moment just for fun. Yeah. Actually meant to do force powers, but I mean, I didn't mean to do force powers, but it is what it is. I don't need force powers to stop you. Haha. Let's get it. Just kicked it open. Alright. You know what? Let's see. There's a perk. I don't know if I can afford it, but... Capital World. Yeah, priority transport personal shuttle. I can afford it. Yes, we're buying this. 100%. Didn't mean to click on that. It's fine. I think that's just healing ability anyway. Oh, yeah. Oh, what up? Put that right here. And we're gonna jump cut to the next scene. Yay. Alright. Let's talk to Risha.
You got the astrogation chart, didn't you? I can tell by the look on your face. Did you ever doubt me? If I did, you've just made me a believer for life. That
Nice.
astrogation chart belonged to an exchange gangster named Davik Kang. Davik personally mapped dozens of hyperlanes between the core and outer rim systems. He found shortcuts and hideouts all over the galaxy.
Huh.
How does this chart help us find Nocdrayan's riches? Patience. Good things come to those who trust their partners.
I trust that if you betray me, I'll be able to beat you in a fight.
Emerge if you pay attention. Davik Kang's criminal empire ended when this planet was destroyed. Nocdrayan's empire was born when he destroyed a planet.
Wait a second. Nocdrayan. Isn't that... Wasn't he in the KOTOR games? I'm not sure.
Bloodthirsty creep.
Sounds familiar.
That's one way to look at it, assuming you're ignorant of the actual facts. Once upon a time, there was a pirate haven on the outer rim called Mandelia. Thousands of criminals lived there. One bright morning, Nocdrayan's freighter dropped out of hyperspace over Mandelia. He demanded the pirates surrender to him or die.
Pirates aren't known for surrendering.
They weren't afraid of a lone, lightly armed freighter. They thought Nock was crazy. When the pirates sent their reply, Nock launched a single rocket at their settlement. The warhead was tipped with an Imperial nerve toxin. The entire settlement died in less than a minute.
Whoa.
How many people did Nock murder? 10,000 greedy pirates, give or take. That day at Mandelia, Nocdrayan went from being a low-rent smuggler to one of the richest criminals in the galaxy. Anyway, that's how the legend goes. I should probably let you get back to work. Is there a plan to use that astrogation chart? I'll upload these coordinates into your Navicomputer. It'll take a while, though. I don't recognize some of these stars. At any rate, I'm ready to leave Taris. I'm sure we can find someplace more interesting to be.
Hmm.
Gotta case of wanderlust, Risha. It's one of my best qualities.
Well, we do need to go. Yeah, it's not even better. We do need to go to, what is it? Nashada. But before that, in next stream, we will tackle the next flashpoint, which will be Aethys. So let's train up. Defense screen. Yeah, profess the defense field around yourself for the 10 seconds, which is worse. I want that. Want that on my main bar. Sell junk. Repair all. Sell that. It's useless to me. Useless to me. At some point, we'll probably get rid of this. We probably don't need it. We have the major XP boosts, so. Alright, so let's go find the captain's quarters. I still don't know exactly where that is. This ship is a maze, even though it's a circle. So it's literally the opposite of a maze. But medical bay. Oh, there's beds in here. Engine room. Cargo room. Intercom room slash bar. Here we go, the captain's quarters. I'm pretty sure it's the captain's quarters. Yeah, it's the captain's quarters. Wait, what's over here? Oh, it's just up to the top of the turret. All right. Yep. Another planet conquered. Well, not actually conquered. Now we go to sleep. This way. While being just like merged into the bed. Okay then. Well, thank you so much for being here tonight, guys. This is the end of our stream today. And thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for uh, watching. Thank you for enjoying. And as always, Con Clan, without a saying, we will develop a saying. And then when I say as always, there'll actually be something that follows that. But until then, continue gaming, folks. And thank you so much for watching the stream. Nicholas Khan is out.